Get comfortable and enjoy these facts you didn't know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The women of the Yao tribe consider their hair something very sacred. They keep it wrapped around their heads all the time. Once a year, they gather at the river to perform a special ritual where they wash it with fermented rice water. Throughout their lives, they cut it only once, when they are about to get married, as a way to represent the life change they will soon experience. Doing it more than once is considered bad luck and bad fertility. Deborah Goddard is one of the luckiest people in the world. In 1986, she bought a ring for $12 in a secondhand store. In 2019, she discovered that the ring had a 26-carat diamond embedded in it, with a value close to $1 million. For 33 years, she had kept the ring stored, believing it was costume jewelry. This lake turns animals into statues of salt. Located in Tanzania, Lake Natron is a salty, highly alkaline, and hot lake. Animals mistake the lake's surface for solid ground. When they fall into it, the lake's chemicals end up petrifying them until they die. The only organisms capable of surviving are the Alcalapia alcalica fish, some algae, and a colony of flamingos that feed on them. Because of its characteristics, this lake is considered one of the most deadly in the world. With this photograph, you can get an idea of the real size of a bison. It is the largest native animal in North America. When standing, the male can reach 6.5 feet at the hump and weigh more than 2,200 pounds. Despite its bulk, it can jump and move as well as deer and wild horses. They are very strong and aggressive animals. The recommendation is that if you ever see one nearby, move away slowly. The most fraudulent election in history was recorded in 1927 in the country of Liberia, located in West Africa. The winner of that election was Charles King with 234,000 votes in his favor. Curiously, there were only 15,000 registered voters in that election. In the Gobi Desert, located in Mongolia, there is the legend of the death worm, a mythical creature feared by the locals. It is said to be about 3 feet long, red in color, and lives beneath the sand. According to stories, it can spit acid and produce electric discharges. No expedition has ever confirmed its existence. Researchers consider it a cryptid, that is, a creature not verified by science. Despite this, many locals believe it is real. This elephant is about to receive a new prosthesis for its front leg. It stepped on a mine by mistake while walking in a forest in Thailand. This is just one of several elephants that have been injured by mines in the border region between Myanmar and Thailand. There is a foundation that handles these cases, producing prostheses for elephants and caring for them to give them as normal a life as possible. The nictitating membrane, also known as the third eyelid, is a structure found in reptiles, birds, and some mammals. Its function is to protect the eye and keep it moist without blocking vision. In birds like the peregrine falcon, this membrane allows them to see while flying at high speeds. It is especially useful during their dives when they reach speeds close to 200 miles per hour. Thanks to this adaptation, they can hunt without closing their eyes. The goblin shark is a rare species that inhabits deep waters between 300 and 3,900 feet. Its most distinctive feature is a protrusible jaw that projects forward to catch prey. This mechanism activates during attack. Although specimens up to 20 feet long have been recorded, the usual length is between 10 and 13 feet. Because of its habitat, it is rarely seen at the surface. Its behavior remains little known to science. Honey ants belong to the genus Myrmecocystus and live in arid regions, such as the deserts of North America. Some workers become repletes, with an abdomen that expands to store nectar. These ants act as living storage tanks within the nest. When others need food, they stimulate the repletes to regurgitate it. Although they do not store honey in the strict sense, the nectar serves a similar function. This adaptation allows them to survive in environments with scarce resources. Humans have left about 200 metric tons of trash on the moon, including 70 spacecraft, dozens of backpacks, about 96 bags of urine and vomit, old boots, and machine parts. It seems we dirty every place we reach. Although you might think this photograph has nothing special, photographer Alan McFadden invested more than 4,200 hours in it. It took him 6 long years and more than 720,000 photographs. The idea was to capture the exact moment when the kingfisher touches the water to catch its prey. He failed many times until he finally succeeded. Of all the photographs, this was the perfect one. Because of the difficulty in capturing this moment, it earned him several awards. Did you know that panda keepers earn about $33,000 a year? The job consists of feeding them, cleaning their waste, and making sure they lack nothing. Pandas can spend up to 12 hours a day eating, so the work of feeding and cleaning them is not easy. The good thing is that they are quite calm and playful animals. The job can be extremely demanding. Some keepers spend the 365 days of the year in these centers without a single day off. In 2018, an Asian family adopted a dog believing it was a Tibetan Mastiff, a breed that is very hairy and large. For 2 years, they fed it with fruits and noodles, but they could not understand why it kept growing and finally decided to take it to the vet. That was when they discovered that the dog was actually an Asiatic black bear. This is the Goliath tigerfish, one of the most dangerous fish in Africa and the world. It has 32 sharp teeth with which it devours practically everything in its path. The males of this species can reach about 6 feet in length, roughly the height of an adult man. They are very rare to find. It is said they are fierce enough to eat prey their own size, people, and even crocodiles. With this photograph, you can get an idea of how gigantic the Great Pyramid is. It took 2,300,000 stone blocks to build it. For more than 3,500 years, it was the largest building in the world. Never before in history had something similar been seen. Thousands of workers participated in its construction, working hard for more than 20 years. In the video game Halo Infinite, some of the sounds of alien creatures were recorded by a dog named Gyoza. This pug belongs to the technical art director of the Studio 343 Industries. His growls, pants, and snorts were processed to create unique vocal effects. Gyoza's participation was confirmed by the development team. The loudest animal in the world is the sperm whale. Its calls exceed 230 decibels, much louder than a supersonic jet engine at takeoff, which reaches 180 decibels. Marine biologists say that if a human is close enough when a sperm whale starts its call, they could die instantly. Square watermelons exist and are not genetically modified. They are grown inside rigid molds that shape them as they grow. This method originated in Japan as a practical solution to make storage easier. The mold is placed when the fruit is still young and remains for several weeks. Besides the square shape, watermelons are also produced in heart or pyramid shapes. These variations have become popular for their decorative and commercial value. In case you did not know, the movie Forrest Gump is based on a novel of the same name, but the novel includes things that did not appear in the film. In the book, Forrest goes to outer space on a NASA mission along with an orangutan named Sue. Then, during their return to Earth, their spacecraft crashes on an island where a tribe wants to eat him, but Forrest survives by winning several chess games against the tribe's leader. This part of the story was omitted from the movie because the director found it too crazy to include. The sea organ of Zadar, in Croatia, is a unique musical instrument designed by architect Nikola Vasic. It is made up of 35 tubes hidden beneath marble steps along the coast. The waves of the Adriatic Sea push air through the tubes, generating harmonic sounds. The music varies depending on the strength and direction of the waves. It operates continuously without human intervention. It was inaugurated in 2005 as part of an urban project. Today, it is an internationally recognized tourist attraction. This is what a hurricane looks like on Saturn. This phenomenon was captured at the planet's North Pole. According to scientists, the storm had winds of more than 500 feet per second, equivalent to about 330 miles per hour, and an eye 20 times larger than that of any hurricane seen on Earth. This smart toilet has been developed by a group of researchers at Stanford University. Unlike a regular toilet, this one could save your life. It analyzes your urine and feces periodically to determine whether you have any type of disease, infection, or cancer. It is expected that in the near future, the technology will be available to everyone, allowing people to discover and diagnose all kinds of diseases before they become serious. In the 1990s, there was a massive power outage across California. Almost instantly, 911 lines began receiving calls from desperate people claiming they saw strange lights in the sky. What those people were seeing was not flying ships or any other natural phenomenon. In reality, they were just the stars. It turns out that city residents had never seen a clear sky, and when the blackout happened, they were able to see it for the first time. In front of the Virginia Museum of Science, there is a fountain with a huge granite sphere that floats on a thin layer of water. This type of installation is known as a Kukulkan or floating sphere fountain. Thanks to hydraulic pressure, the sphere, which can weigh up to 55,000 pounds, rotates easily. Even a child can move it with their hands. The axis of rotation changes according to the direction of the push. Let me introduce you to Stephen J. Russell, one of the greatest con artists in history. He escaped from prison 4 times using all kinds of tricks. He pretended to be a security guard, faked illnesses, posed as a lawyer, and even as an FBI agent. He is currently serving a sentence of 144 years in prison for fraud. To prevent him from escaping again, he is only allowed out 1 hour a day to bathe and exercise. This is how the famous temple of Kukulkan looked when Desire Charney found it in 1860. It had remained hidden within dense vegetation for more than 600 years, from the 13th century to the 19th century. The reconstruction work revealed this temple, which today is recognized as one of the 7 wonders of the modern world and the most important archaeological site on the Yucatan Peninsula. The Sand Sculpture Festival is held every year in Port Aransas, Texas. It is one of the largest events of its kind in the United States and attracts thousands of visitors. Professional and amateur sculptors from all over the world participate. The competitions are divided into categories such as duos, semi-professionals, and masters. During 3 days, artists create impressive works using only sand and water. The horseshoe crab is an animal with blue blood that inhabits coastal areas and river estuaries. It is considered a living fossil. It has lived on our planet for more than 400 million years. Its blood is very valuable to the pharmaceutical industry because it can detect bacterial toxins in minimal concentrations. 1 gallon of it has a value close to $60,000. It is one of the most expensive liquids in the world. This is the oldest lake in the world. Its name is Baikal, and it is located in a remote area of Russia. It formed more than 25 million years ago. It is not only the oldest lake, but it also contains 20% of the planet's fresh water. 1/5 of all the fresh water in the world is found in this lake. It is truly gigantic. It is also considered a sacred lake, and ceremonies and rituals are performed along its shores. Zip stitch is a medical device designed to close wounds without stitches. It consists of an adhesive strip with micro-adjustments that is placed on the skin. It is easy to use and requires no medical experience, ideal for minor emergencies. It works by applying controlled tension to bring the edges of the wound together. According to the company, it is up to 8 times stronger than traditional sutures. It can also reduce scarring if applied correctly. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe so you don't miss more interesting content. Leave your comments and click on any of these videos. See you next time.